Hello everyone, my name is Lauren and this is my first box opening of Lorcana. I've actually opened a few boxes on my own, but this is the first one that I've decided to do an opening video of. And my cat, Jean-Pierre, wants to be involved too, as you'll see him try and sneak up a couple times, I'm sure. But I'm very excited to share this opening with all of you. Let's get it started. Gonna flip it over and open it up. I'm gonna move the cat again. And now this display has been difficult to make work. Alright, gonna open my first pack. My commons: Sebastian, Tinkerbell, Vicious Betrayal, Mufasa, Abu, Cerberus, let's focus camera, Mickey Mouse, Starkey, Tigger, and my first rare is Dr. Facilier, Remarkable Gentleman. And a Be Prepared. I'm excited for this. I needed another one of these for a Ruby Amethyst deck. And my foil is another rare, Captain Hook, Ruthless Pirate. I've been really impressed with the drop rates of foil rares in this in these boxes so far. It seems like you get quite a few each box. Alright, second pack. Gonna move the cat again. Alright, second pack. Starting off with a Healing Glow, the Wardrobe, Duke of Weaselton, Maleficent, Aladdin Street Rat. This has been really important in the Ruby Amethyst decks because it lets you shift the big Aladdin on top of it. Break, Cinderella is my first uncommon, Ransack, Donald Duck. First rare is Poisoned Apple, and a super rare, Ariel. I love this card. I don't think we quite have what we need to make it work in this first set yet, but I have a lot of hope for this card moving forward in future sets as we get more and more songs. And another foil rare, White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. This is another card that's seen really good play in the Amethyst Ruby deck. Just being able to, if you don't shift Aladdin, make sure it has Rush so it can attack the turn you play it, or some people are playing the Jafar with power equal to the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, this card has seen a lot of good play. Let me straighten up these piles. And time for pack 3. Commons: Pumbaa, Jafar Wicked Sorcerer, Duke of Weaselton, Maleficent, Aladdin, Hercules, Cinderella is the first uncommon, Simba, Cut to the Chase. Does anyone else get Carly Rae Jepsen's Cut to the Feeling stuck in their head when they say Cut to the Chase, or is that just me? Might just be me. First rare is Cruella de Vil. The next rare is a super, Stitch Rockstar. This has been seeing a lot of good play in the aggressive decks. I am building an Amber Emerald aggressive deck, and I have it as a 2 of, and it is always great when it hits play. And my foil is a Merlin. Alright, next pack. Minnie Mouse. Friends on the Other Side. This is another really important common in any Amethyst deck, honestly. Not just the Amethyst Ruby control deck. Just drawing 2 cards is such great card advantage, and the fact that you can sing it, especially with Maleficent Sorcerer, is just absolutely perfect. Megara. Flounder. Sergeant Tibbs. Beastmere is seeing a lot of good play in some of the steel decks. I think it didn't read good to me when I first read it, but playing with it, it feels very good. Ursula's Cauldron is the first uncommon. The Beast is Mine. Eye of the Fates. And then my first rare, Let It Go. It's another really important card for lots of decks, just really strong removal. And another rare, Zeus. And our foil is an uncommon, Kronk. Next pack. Commons, Timon, Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, Mickey Detective. Definitely a strong playable card. Just ramping you from 3 to 5 is really important. Peter Pan, Kristoff, Pascal is my first uncommon. Cheshire Cat is an important part of the Amber Emerald aggressive deck that I'm building. Belle. And our first rare is a rare, Musketeer Tabard. Ooh, and a legendary, first legendary of the box. What will it be? Elsa, Spirit of Winter. This card is really strong, and it's Elsa. How can you not love it? Foil's an uncommon. Aurora, Regal Princess. Been playing this a lot in my Sapphire decks just as a shift target for the bigger Aurora. Next pack. Minnie Mouse. Jetsam. Horus. Work Together. Pongo. Tinkerbell. Really important to be able to play this Tinkerbell so you can shift the giant Tinkerbell on top of it. Giant Tinkerbell is my favorite card in the set so far. I just think it does so much. Elsa is the first uncommon. Flynn, another important part of the Amber Emerald aggressive deck that I'm building. Eye of the Fates, and a rare, Grab Your Sword. This is a great card, being able to sing it and deal 2 damage to each of your opponent's characters is really important. I think it's going to be a great home for Ariel once she starts seeing more play. And just in time, this is, again, in my Amber Emerald aggressive deck. I've been really liking playing a Cusco or a Mad Hatter on turn 3. It's just a really powerful play pattern. And foil, Kristoff. Alright. Next pack. Starting it off with a Dinglehopper. Yzma. Stolen Scimitar. Aurora. Tangle. Kristoff. First uncommon is a Maximus. And a Smash. This is really important removal, and the fact that it's inkable makes it, in my opinion, better than Fire the Cannons. Shield of Virtue, another really strong card. It, like all of the items, they don't read that strong when you look at them at first glance, but being able to ready any character so it can't be challenged down or so you can challenge twice, it's just a really strong ability, especially in late game when you have a lot of ink running around. Sword of Truth is the first rare, and a super. Genie on the Job. I think this card is good but not great. Being able to bounce something to your opponent's hand is really good when it comes into play, but 6 uninkable is a lot to ask. And Minnie Mouse is my foil. Next pack. Mr. Smee. This is the first common. Elsa. Mickey Mouse. Mufasa. Pongo. Hercules. You Have Forgotten Me is the first uncommon. Beast. Beast is really good right now. There's a lot of items seeing play, and just being able to play a 4/4 that lures for 2 that also deals with a problematic item is really strong. Moana. First rare. Lantern. I think this card is good. I'm not positive on its home yet, but I think being able to play your characters a turn early is really strong. And even on turn 2, you can play it and tap it, or exert it, and immediately play a Lilo. Super rare. Mickey Mouse. And our foil is another super rare. Like I said, there's a ton of foil rares in these boxes. What'll it be? The Queen. The Queen is really important in any of the Amethyst control decks going around. Just being able to exert to draw a card is really strong. Next pack. Is it Hee Hee or Hey Hey? I'm going to go with Hey Hey. Freeze. Stolen Scimitar. Develop Your Brain. Abu. Simba. First uncommon. Mickey Mouse. Beast. Captain. First rare is Genie Powers Unlocked. The next rare is a super. Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. Like I said, this is my favorite card in the set. I just think being able to shift it for 4, dealing a little bit of spread damage, and then whenever it challenges and banishes something, which isn't hard, being able to do 2 more damage to another character is just, it's just beautiful. Really strong, really powerful. The foil uncommon is a Rafiki. Rafiki is really strong as well. Just being able to play it on 3 and take care of any pesky early drop. The fact that it hits Simba without trading, it just takes care of Simba, is really strong. About halfway done. Stitch. So each color has a 1 ink 2/2, but Amber's is the strongest just because Stitch has Stitch Rockstar, which you can shift on top of it. So the fact that Amber gets the shiftable 1 ink 2/2 just shows how much of an aggressive color it is. Archimedes, there's another one of the 1 ink 2/2s, but nothing to shift on it. Stampede. Work Together. Gaston. Gaston is really strong for being able to, it can trade up with almost anything. Yes, it's reckless, you can't quest with it, but a lot of the control decks just want low drops which can trade up, and Gaston is great at it. Simba. Befuddles, the first uncommon. Mother Knows Best. Coconut Basket. And our first rare is a Mickey Mouse. Next rare is a Moana. Moana is another card that I think is really strong and has a lot of potential. We just don't have enough princesses yet. I'm hoping that when we hit the second chapter, we'll see more princesses, especially in Amber, and it'll be able to really shine. Another foil rare coming. Oops. Hades, Lord, King of Olympus. I almost said Atlantis. Not my favorite Hades, but I'm not going to turn down another foil rare. Next pack. Simba, Protective Cub. This is, in my opinion, the strongest 2-drop in the game. Being able to play Lilo on turn 1 and Simba on turn 2 just sets you up to have one of the most aggressive curves in the entire game. The Wardrobe. Aladdin. Merlin. Minnie Mouse. Prince Eric. Olaf is the first one common. Jumba Jacuba. One jump ahead, really important for the Sapphire ramp decks. Oh, and we're starting with a super rare. A Whole New World. I'm not sure about this card. I was really excited for it when it was first printed. Just coming from a Magic background, being able to cast Wheel of Fortune for free by exerting one of my creatures seemed too good to be true. I'm not sure that it actually fits right now, but it's so strong that it has to see some play, and if not yet, it'll be good eventually, I promise. Another super rare, Mulan. And a foil common, the Wardrobe. Only one legendary so far. Let's see if we can get some more. I'm really hoping for a legendary Rapunzel. That's what I need to finish up my deck. But let's start with the commons. Pumbaa. Maleficent Sorceress. Excuse me. I mentioned her earlier, but the fact that she's a great value drop, a 2/2 for 3 ink that draws a card when it comes into play, that can also exert to sing friends on the other side, is just everything Amethyst wants to be doing. Peter Pan. Phil. I'm not going to try to say the full name, it's just Phil. Minnie Mouse. Captain Hook, another really strong early drop for a controlling deck. The fact that this is a 1 ink card that can trade for Simba is really good. And I will see a lot of play in Steel decks. Befuddle is my first uncommon. Jasper. Aurora. First rare. Fishbone Quill, really important for ramping. Just being able to put an extra card in your inkwell, even if it's not inkable, each turn, lets you get up to Hades and being able to quest for 5 with Belle very quickly. Oh, there's the second legendary. I asked for it, and here it is. Maleficent! Yes, this card is really important top end for the Ruby Sapphire, or Ruby Amethyst control deck. And a foil common, Mickey Mouse. Let me get these piles a little bit more nice. All right, next pack. Hakuna Matata, It's a song for Ariel, but I don't think it's that impactful. Magic Broom. The Magic Broom and Mickey Sorcerer package have been really strong in control decks right now. Just an early drop. Yes, kitty. You can come on my lap. This is my kitty. His name is Jean-Pierre, and he loves being involved in everything I do. So I'm sure he'll make lots of guest appearances in these videos. Anyway, the Magic Broom Mickey package has been really strong in control decks right now. Just an early play that can make sure you don't deck by having each broom shuffle another one in. It does what you need to do in the control decks. Sudden Chill. Phil. He's got a sword. Prince Eric. First uncommon. Prince Philip. Lots of princes. Donald Duck. Another Donald Duck. And the first rare. Steal from the Rich. I don't want to be negative, but I think this card is very bad. The fact that it costs 5 and you can't ink it, and it has not that much of an impact. In the release event, I had the Ruby Emerald deck, and this was the first card that I cut from it. I just don't think it's very good. Another rare. Ariel, who's a collector. And the foil common, Sebastian. Next pack. Another Sebastian. Jetson. Genie. Develop Your Brain. Scar. Break. Be Our Guest. I think this is a much better song than Hakuna Matata for the Ariel decks. Frying Pan. Fan the Flames. First rare. Hans. This is another part of my Emerald Amber aggressive deck. Just a 4-ink creature or character. I'm sorry, I come from Magic. These old terms are going to slip every now and then. But a 4-ink character that quests for 3 lore is really strong when you're trying to get to 20 as fast as possible. And Jasmine, Queen of Agrabah. Oh, and another foil rare. Plasma Blaster. Starting off with a Dinglehopper. Archimedes. Tinkerbell. Merlin. Gaston. Prince Eric. Goofy is my first uncommon. Donald Duck, back-to-back Musketeers. Rapunzel, not the one I'm looking for, but good to have this one too. First rare. Maleficent, Biding Her Time. This is the Lilo comp. 1 uninkable 1/1 that quests for 2. Just those 2 are the 2 most aggressive characters in the entire game. Next rare, Maui, Hero to All. This is another card that sees play in the Ruby Amethyst control deck. Just 5 is not that much cost. Being able to immediately take out one character and probably take out another character in the next turn. The fact that it is reckless and can't quest is not a big deal. You're just playing this as a removal spell. And a foil common, Mufasa. I think 6 more. got Aurora. Oh! Discard. Well, this is an interesting misprint. Has a Lorcana back. Says discard. I'm going to set this up here. We'll look into that and see what we can do with that later. Control your temper. Friends on the other side. Mickey Mouse. Break. First uncommon is Rafiki. Dr. Facilier's cards. Aurora. First rare is a Magic Mirror, an important part, again, of the Amethyst Ruby control deck. Oh, and here's our third legendary. Hades. Hades is really good in the ramp decks, just being able to let it go a character when it comes into play. 7 ink is not that hard in those decks, and the fact that it's uninkable is not that much of a downside. And a foil uncommon, Captain. Next pack. Healing Glow. Dr. Facilier. Horus. Jasmine. Elsa. Aladdin. Anna is the first uncommon. Jasper. Chief Tui. First rare is Flotsam. Super rare, Robin Hood. And a foil common, Aladdin. Next pack. Mr. Smee. Elsa. Genie. Aurora. Sergeant Tibbs. Goons. Rafiki is the first uncommon. Dr. Facilier's cards. Triton. First rare. Captain Hook, Captain of the Jolly Roger. Again, going to be a little negative. I think this card is a trap. The fact that it and Fire the Cannons are both uninkable is just a lot of uninkable cards to be adding to your deck. It reads good, but I just have not been impressed so far. Super rare. Marshmallow. Foil uncommon. Dr. Facilier's cards. Okay. Oh, now there's 6 left. I miscounted earlier. I'm sorry about that. We've got a Magic Golden Flower. Scar. Timon. Dr. Facilier. Megara. Cerberus. Ariel is the first uncommon. Kronk. Captain. First rare. Stitch. And a super. Tamatoa. And a foil common. Jetsam. Alright, starting off with a Check Your Temper. Maleficent Sorcerer. Sorceress. I did it twice. I don't know why. Tinkerbell. Magic Golden Flower. Goofy. Tinkerbell. First uncommon is LeFou. Ransack. Rapunzel. First rare, Scar. Next rare, Maui. And a foil uncommon, Ariel. Alright, starting it off with a Stitch. Yzma. Sudden Chill. Donald Duck. Goofy. Break. First uncommon is You Have Forgotten Me. Lilo. Moana. First rare, Lilo. This is, like I said, the best aggressive creature or character in the entire set. The fact that it's an amber makes it a little bit better than Maleficent. And it's a staple of my Amber Emerald aggressive deck that I've been playing. Another rare, Iago. Foil common, Pongo. Okay, last 3 packs. Starting it off with a Mickey Mouse. Peter Pan. Simba. Jafar. Aladdin. Hercules. First uncommon is Reflection. Flynn Rider. Triton. First rare, Simba. Hades, Lord of the Underworld. This is, again, I feel like a broken record, but this is another part of my aggressive deck. Just being able to play it on 4 and get back either a Simba that had been banished or a Lilo or any of the good 3-drops. It's just really strong. The super rare, Aurora. It's a foil. So I think comes foil in the starter deck, but it's still a strong card, and I'm not going to complain. 2 left, and we only have 3 legendaries so far. Let's see if we can get another legendary in the last 2 packs. Starting out with the Hey Hey. Freeze. Vicious Betrayal. Donald Duck. He's got a sword. Goons. First uncommon is Elsa. Mad Hatter. This is one of the 5 inkable cards that I like to play with just in time in my aggressive deck. Scepter of Arundel. First rare, Ursula's Shell Necklace. Oh, and there's the 4th legendary that we were looking for. What is it? Gone to not the best legendary, but at least we got a 4th. And a foil common, Aladdin. Alright, let's get these piles nice and neat for our last pack. Last pack, will we get a 5th legendary? Will we get an enchanted? Let's see. Hakuna Matata. Magic Broom. Stampede. Flounder. Tangle. Aladdin. First uncommon is Reflection. Tamatoa. Grammatella. First rare, Maleficent. And a super rare, Hans. And our final foil is Simba Protective Cub. This is probably the best common in the game, and getting it in foil is really nice. So that was our box. We got 4 legendaries, including 3 really good ones. I needed this Maleficent for my collection. Some super rares, and this weird discarded card. I will have to look in some of the Lorcana discords to see what people think about this. It's definitely not something I've seen in any of the boxes I've opened so far. Well, thank you all for joining me for my first box opening. I'm not sure how many more I'll have coming to open, but I'm going to start posting videos of gameplay from Pixelborn. Have to show off that Emerald aggro deck that I kept talking about. Well, until then, thank you all for joining me.